Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here for a new season. Hopefully, a winning season. We are back. Welcome back to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we don't know shit. But what we do know is that football is back, baby. It's time to get it on, man. And so we playing the ops. That's our first game going in. We playing the ops, Minnesota. And tonight, we're gonna speak to a guest who talks highly of this Minnesota team. But we don't. We want the win. We want the W. But of course, he's gonna speak highly of it because he's a reporter for the Minnesota Vikings, Ahmad Hicks, and we're going to talk to him tonight. But I am charged up, and I know my team is charged up. We got a lot of show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, Braxton Jones is starting, man. Damn, man. Hey, but we got to just hope for the best. There's nothing we can do about it. So we got to just hope that, Braxton steps up and he can protect Caleb. We'll just cross our fingers and pray. But anyway, we got a lot of show ahead, man. So let's get this party started. Commish.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso both been there around the quarter like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
We are charged up. We are super charged up for Monday. That's when the Bears got to show up, man. They got to set the tone. And Caleb has to show up. I think Caleb is he's going to have to show up this season or he's going to be on the tight leash. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts. But we have a serious Caleb hater in the group. And I just want to address him real quick. Shut up, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Shut up. Okay, so I addressed that. So now I need to bring my team on in here. First man up, my man who is no longer Foul Mouth C with the foulest mouth in the city. He is now Edge. Speaking of Edge, I hope ours show up. Edge, what up, man?
What up?
What's happening with you, man?
I'm out see.
So explain to us why the name changed.
Something new, something different. Trying not to use use derogatory words as much as I used to.
That's a big word,
being a
man.
new papa. Yeah.
So you want to change your
Trying not.
reputation. You don't want to be known as the foul mouth guy.
But it's still gonna be some
You're
words that's gonna come out. I just don't want to be.
You're a family man now. You have a wife and a beautiful young boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I get it. I get it.
definitely.
So how you feel about Monday?
Excited.
Excited,
excited
huh?
about Monday. Yeah, I'm absolutely excited about Monday. Coming out, it's a good test at home. Going against Brian Flores, who's known as the Blitz Doctor. Likes to send them from all over the place. As you said earlier, we got some new. Braxton Jones will be our new left tackle. Take it easy on Braxton. Acting like, man, like people just come straight in on Braxton. I mean, don't get me wrong. He ain't the worst left tackle. He ain't the best. But he also ain't the worst left tackle starting football. So, and then we got a pretty good, smart head coach that knows a thing about offensive football and is probably going to scheme it up in the best way to keep Caleb off the ground as much as possible.
True. So, who do you think really has to show up in order for the Bears to win? Or for Minnesota not show up?
I would sit up there and say the entire offense needs to show up.
The entire offense.
Man, that's the name of the game. Like, how many years here in Chicago have we had elite defenses, but the offenses have been completely trash, or the quarterbacks haven't been that good? If we had competent quarterback play, we may be looking at a couple Super Bowls already. But a lot of times, majority of the times, we didn't.
Fair.
How many times did we have to have defense and special teams score for us?
Man, all the time. More times than not enough. Mm-hmm. All the time. But, well, let's get our other all-star in here before we dig into it. Our man who usually has that Blackhawk talk, but yeah, we ain't talking about anything about the Blackhawks tonight. My man Frank the Tank.
What's up? How we all doing?
What's up with you,
I got used to going not last, man. And usually JB gets brought up in here before me, and then bam.
I don't know what happened with JB.
He's back there. I see him.
Oh, he's back there?
He's back there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but all good. All good. How we doing, T?
Man, I'm all good, man. How about you, Frank? You fired up for Monday, man?
I am, dude. Fired up for football season in general. I mean, I was even just excited just watching college football yesterday just to get some football.
You got tired of watching them soap operas with your wife, huh?
Well, I mean, she watches her shit. I watch my shit. Like,
you watch your shit.
When she puts on her stuff, I'll watch something on my phone. When I put on my stuff, she watches something on her phone. So I don't watch that shit.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, we ain't watching that.
So for you, who do you think is the key player or players for the Bears to win?
See, I'm going to take one back for you on that one. I don't think it's players. I think it's coaching. I think Ben Johnson needs to show us what he's got. He's got a game plan for what that defensive coach is going to be bringing at him, man. Melissa. But, I mean, if you had to make me choose a player, in my opinion, I'm going to have to say the offensive line to make sure that we have a running game. Because if we don't have a running game, it's going to be a long day. Because we all know that Minnesota Vikings defense, man, even though they have a quarterback who can't hit water if he fell out of a boat, at least that's what we've seen so far, they still have a monster defense, and that cannot be ignored.
I hear you, man. Yeah, that offense is definitely gonna be something to watch. So he's here. Let's bring him in, the stat man who knows every single stat from every single team, 80s and 90s, basketball and football, and a little baseball too. My man JB. JB,
What
what's
up,
up,
fellas?
man?
Man, I'm so sick of technical difficulties, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
a lot
never
of
had
technical
technical difficulties. That's just
huh?
back-to-back weeks for you.
I guess the computer decided to update itself and didn't update the mic and didn't update the camera, and I'm just help desk.
Hear you on that.
Well,
Shout out to
you
Kirk in the
are
back
here now.
taking my call and trying to help me out. Shout out to him.
You are here now. So now that you're here, why don't you tell us who do you think really, really has to show up in order for the Bears to win this game on Monday?
Honestly, I'm gonna say something that probably is not that popular. I'm not gonna say Caleb is the one that needs to show up. I'm gonna say it's the defense that needs to show up this time. And here's why.
Fair. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is known for torches, but I mean, no Jordan Addison, right? You bring back an aging Adam Thielen, and reports are that Justin Jefferson is supposedly dealing with a hamstring. I think that's prop because watch, he gonna look like 100% when he get to us Monday. So I think the defense needs to show. Tyree Stevenson needs to show that he's matured and improved. Jalen Johnson, if you're a true number one, you need to follow him wherever he go.
I agree.
And with JJ being a rookie, I mean, we need to strike while the iron is hot. We need to make sure that we go in and we make his life as miserable as possible. Hopefully we get some pressure. Sweat needs to show up and improve. Grady Jarrett, I'm looking for big things out of him in the run game and just getting pressure up the middle. And I hope Deo, he's worth that 15 mil.
Dale.
Now, he don't get no song yet, not till he do something.
Huh?
He don't get a song until he do something.
Oh, he don't get a song until he do something.
That's true. We got to put that song on hold.
So right now it's just Dale.
Per every sack that he gets us, we will sing a Deo song for him.
Okay. So he gets that. So first sack, who's going to be the one to put the short on YouTube singing the song?
I'll do the first one.
Okay.
I'll do the first one. And I'm hoping everybody will do at least 3. So that would be very nice.
Yeah, that would be great. So before we bring in the ops, he's a great guy, great reporter. He knows his ish. I've watched him on TV a couple times. He also has a podcast that's pretty funny too. But we want to talk, we want to talk some shit. We want to talk some shit to him. So let's bring him in here, Mr. Ahmad Hicks. What's happening, sir?
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Welcome.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. You're not muted, though. Uh-oh. More technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Nothing yet.
Oh, darn.
It must be that Minnesota Aldi's connection.
Oh, man.
Oh, there it is. I heard
we hear you now. We hear you now.
You got me now?
Got you.
Yeah, we got
it. Cool.
We got you,
All
man.
right,
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, y'all. Been laughing at some of y'all trash talk here so far. So excited to join the podcast.
All out of love, man. It's football season.
Absolutely.
The
and
only
look,
people we will
it's no
dig
worse
in
than
with
my fantasy football group chat. So I like to say it's all good.
But we appreciate you taking the time to come on with us, man. So how do you feel about Monday? Are you charged up about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be in Chicago at the game. After we leave out Sunday, kind of like the team, and we'll be there through Monday night and leave Tuesday morning. So excited. Like you guys said, been itching for some football in my life. Got tired of watching preseason and all the shows that the missus wanted to watch and whatnot. So now I kind of told her, like, look, we block out Thursdays, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You got me every other day, but those 4 days I'm occupied. So I'm happy this time of year is here.
Cheers to you.
Before we dive into the Bears and the Vikings, you were kind of a dog too on the football field, huh?
I wouldn't say a dog. I have my days. played ball at SIU Carbondale. I was a walk-on there, never touched the field, but I had some off-the-field troubles and some injuries that I had to deal with while I was there. But I was cool. I was decent. You know, my guys will vouch for me that I was teammates with. They'll tell you that I was nice, just didn't get that opportunity that I thought I deserved. But it's all right. You know, you learn from those moments and they make you better in the real world.
Absolutely.
Well, what the good thing about you having that experience, that gives you credibility when you're talking.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, he don't know shit. He ain't never even played the game. But you played the game.
True. Facts. I've been a part of football since 6 years old, played at Missouri Western, a D2 school, then transferred over to SIU Carbondale in Illinois with my boy, Michael Pruitt, who I have a podcast with now, Must Be Two Sides. And he's an 11-year NFL vet. So like to say that I know a little bit about football, a lot about football, should I say.
Okay, good. All right. So, and I saw an episode where you were talking about gaining 1 yard. Just
Facts.
1 yard
Facts.
against the NFL defense.
Facts. I stand by that. I stand by that too. Absolutely. But there was an asterisk by it. In my prime, and you give me a good offensive line. Like, I'm a realist. Like, I understand these are some grown men out there, you know, but it's 1 yard. You give me an opportunity to get 1 yard. I'm pretty certain that if you give me a good offensive line, I'm going to get that 1 yard, especially if it's money on the line. For anybody, I feel like can have that opportunity to get 1 yard if they're somewhat athletic.
So in your prime, you put the pads on. You telling us that you would gain at least 1 yard against this Bears defense.
Facts.
Wow.
No hesitation.
He's saying he has the Vikings offensive line in front of him blocking, though, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, good offensive line. No bad offensive line. I'm a realist. If I got a bad offensive line, it's not going to happen. I'm only as good as the 5 up front.
Okay, well spoken.
I'm going to go ahead and say I believe you because you know the game and you're going to find the creases and everything. But I know if that money's on the line at 6'4", 220, I'm getting that yard. I'm getting that yard.
I say the same thing. I might die after that 1 yard, but I'm at least getting that 1 yard.
Exactly.
I'm getting that yard for that money.
Well,
if you do a tush push, we might be able to get a yard.
I'm low to the ground, so I'm definitely going to get a yard
or
more.
Like 3 yards.
I'm getting that yard or more. I'm 5'7", so my legs move real fast. I'm out of there. So, yeah. So, who do you feel like really has to show up in order for Minnesota to win?
Y'all left tackle, whoever y'all were just talking about. Kind of crazy. You showing up to week 1 and you still got some uncertainty surrounding your left tackle position, supposed to be protecting your number 1 overall pick from a season ago. My thing is Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel had 23.5 sacks last year. They look even better this season. And then you talk about you move Harrison Phillips, who was the starter last year. They just traded him away because they have so much depth on their defensive line. You insert a Javon Hargrave and a Jonathan Allen. Come on now. Like, that's spooky season. And then you talk about Blake Cashman, who was a top linebacker at his position last year at the inside linebacker spot. Then you got an Ivan Pace Jr., who's been a starter and was an undrafted free agent for this team a couple years ago. So, like, I'm willing to say right now, before anybody has laid eyes on this Vikings defense, they will be the best front 7 in football, if not the best front 7, top 5 front 7. Still some question marks around their secondary. But when it comes to that defensive line, you're not even talking about Dallas Turner, who they drafted in the first round last year. He's not even a starter on this defensive line. So if you got questions marks around your left tackle and a quarterback that loves to hold on to the football, I think you have problems offensively.
I can't disagree with you on that.
Well, hopefully Ben Johnson has helped him correct that problem.
If Ben Johnson helped him correct that, we wouldn't be asking questions about our left tackle, right?
And y'all wouldn't have been holding 90-minute practice sessions before.
I agree with him.
Right.
Like, I'm at that point where I think he is going to put a good scheme together to help out against that left tackle. You're going to see a decent amount of 12 personnel because we do have 2 good tight ends. So that's. But no, that's still
But no tight ends blocking Jonathan Grenard. Let's just be honest.
No, you're not wrong on that. But a little bump can really help if Caleb can get rid of that damn ball quick enough.
I hear all that, and that's cute. That shit sound cute. Bernard and all that. I hear it. It does sound cute. We know Brian Flores likes to send a multitude of blitzes and things of that
Flores
nature.
Fans here.
Tell me what's the record against? What is Ben Johnson's record against Minnesota again? Somebody explain.
He ain't with the Lions no more, my man. He in Chicago.
He got to be with the Lions.
He's got good
difference. That makes a difference.
Yeah, but the thing is, we got just as many weapons.
But that's your
secondary is trash.
Last year, y'all had all those weapons, and it didn't matter either.
We had a bumbling idiot at coach, and then if I'm not mistaken, you guys got us one game, but the first game I think we played, it took for Caleb I think he took a bad sack.
Now, if I just heard you correctly, was that 0-2 last year?
That's what he said. 0-2.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you said.
It was. And what's Ben Johnson record like 4-1
with the Detroit Lions? You can't defend.
I mean, that's still his record. I mean, but last year was last year.
Last year with.
Hey, I'm just going off his record. What it is against
you don't have Jared Goff. You don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. He don't have.
We got DJ Moore. Well, actually, I think Ben Johnson's offense would be more deadly.
You don't have a running back that's touching Jahmyr Gibbs.
Running back's the big question, and the offense.
You don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs.
Question.
Yeah, we don't know the offense.
You don't have a Penei Sewell. You don't have a Taylor Decker.
Hell no.
We got a Joe Tooney. We got a Dahlman. We have
a lot of excuses.
Do not say
no. I mean, let's be honest. Joe Tooney's probably the best damn lineman in football.
He is, but he didn't get rated that amongst his peers last year. He didn't make top 100.
How? I mean,
he's the best lineman.
But he was up there, the only offensive lineman in MVP conversation, though. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
I'm just spitting your facts. I'm just sitting up there telling it to you.
Hey, Ahmad, I want to ask you a question.
Ain't opinions? Look it up.
Ahmad, I do want to ask you a question.
What's up?
What is your concern with this Vikings team?
A young, inexperienced quarterback. You got a young, inexperienced quarterback with a lot of expectations surrounding him. You got one of the best receivers in football, one of the best tight ends in football. You now bring in some help at the guard position because let's be real, the Vikings have been good, winning 14 and 13 games, but their interior offensive line has been trashed the last 3 years. And they just put a Band-Aid over that position, but they went out and spent $100 million and drafted a first-round draft pick on that. So they certainly increased there. So everything around J.J. McCarthy is good, but we have not seen what J.J. McCarthy can do. And I think there's going to be trials and tribulations. I think there's going to be ups and downs. But I think one thing we've seen from Kevin O'Connell is no matter who you give him at quarterback, he's going to give them a chance to win the way he calls the game. You saw that with Josh Dobbs. You saw that with Nick Mullins, the backup quarterback. You saw that with whoever stepped in. They always had a chance to win. Even 2 years ago when Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles, this team almost made the playoffs with Nick Mullins. It came down to beating Detroit at the end of the year. So, I think there's going to be some ups and downs, some ebbs and flows with J.J. McCarthy. But if the defense can kind of carry them and help them, I think they'll be just fine. But I think the first 8 weeks of the season, you're going to see a lot of inconsistencies with the Vikings, especially because while we're sitting here talking about left tackles, I don't think the Vikings will have their left tackle and Christian Darrisaw for the first 4 weeks of the season. I think he's going to be out recovering from a torn ACL. So their backup? Yeah, I think he will be out. It hasn't been reported, but it's something I've reported here for 2 months now.
He's been there all training camp.
Per my sources, he was at training camp, but he did not participate in back-to-back. So when they took had joint practices with the Patriots, he only did the first day. He did not do the second day. So that's kind of very telling. Like you're coming off an ACL injury less than 12 months ago, and you're not even doing back-to-backs in training camp. Means you're probably not ready to go 60 snaps in an NFL game and then be ready, the next week. So I think the Vikings will have some problems with their offensive line the first 8 weeks of the year because I don't think they get their left tackle back until week 4 when they go overseas to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So how much of an impact do you think that's gonna have?
Oh, that's gonna be a huge impact. The skill guy that they have, I mean, no shade to him. I never get personal when talking about players, but when you just look at what you saw during training camp and the little glimpse you had during the preseason, he's a swing tackle. He's a proven veteran in the National Football League, but a proven guy that's not a starter, really. You know what I'm saying? And so I think they're gonna be hurt.
Jones.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be hurt up front.
I
on the
saw
left
him and a
side.
guy named Rouse, right? That when I was watching the preseason game, they were alternating left and right tackle. Like they don't have both backups are swings, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Questenberry, he can do left tackle, right tackle, either side. So I think it just really depends on how. I don't think he'll be doing great. I think they're going to want Christian Darrisaw back as soon as possible. That's why they went out and got Cam Robinson last year when he went down. So that's kind of like I won't say breaking news, but the Vikings haven't reported it. But I will be surprised if Christian Darrisaw trots out there for week 1 versus the Bears. So that'll be my little nugget to you guys. I don't think he plays, but if he does play, they're better for it. But if he doesn't play, Bears defense will have an advantage for sure.
I wanted to ask you one other thing too, because I made sure on one of my fantasy leagues I drafted Aaron Jones because I feel he's going to have to have a huge heavy load on him.
I feel bad for you drafting him, honestly.
Late rounds. It wasn't early rounds, right? He's like
they've been pretty much saying all training camp. It's a split backfield. It's going to look like Aaron Jones did in Green Bay when he had A.J. Dillon. Like it's Aaron Jones,
Mason, right?
It's Jordan Mason. Like
Jordan, I like Jordan Mason.
But I think Aaron Jones needs that because he was very successful when he had a split backfield.
He told me that, obviously it allows you to play more freely. Like you don't have to worry about injuries and things like that. But my thing when it comes to fantasy football, you need a guy that's going to be the bell cow. And Aaron Jones won't be the bell cow this year for this team. He was last year, but he won't be this year. They pretty much been open about it. Like I think they're going to go one series Aaron Jones, one series Jordan Mason. Then, you keep alternating and then you just ride the hot hand at the end of the game. But no, I don't think Aaron Jones will ever see a game where he gets 20 plus carries this season.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I got him in like the 8th or 9th round or something like that, so it wasn't anything.
Hope it's a deep league.
Yeah.
Oh, it
is a very
16 of us.
Yeah.
But I had a question for you, Ahmad, because kind of slightly contrary to what Edge was saying, but like player for player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like the Kevin O'Connell thing. I don't care how much Ben Johnson gets undue praise because he's not done it as a head coach yet, where Kevin O'Connell was the offensive mind and he has done it as a head coach, right?
Yeah.
Weapon for weapon, right? Like Minnesota, to me, weapon for weapon. What do you think? I think they have the edge, pun intended, on us. And that scares me. Because if it gets into a shootout, thank you. If it gets into a shootout, we, to me, don't have the defensive capabilities that Minnesota has to also counter that. What do you think?
See, my thing is, I just don't see things getting into a shootout. Like, if I'm being real with you, based on what I saw during training camp, like, I'm not going to sit here and fake it with y'all. Like, J.J. McCarthy, I saw Frank the Tank. He said he couldn't, hit open water or whatever. I kind of laughed at that because it's like fairly accurate at practice. He did pretty good, but they also weren't slinging it because they didn't have Jeffrey.
Let me add one thing. I don't mean to cut you off, brother.
Go ahead.
First of all, Frank is a hater. He's a Michigan hater, so he's going to say that he's a Notre Dame fan. So he's
okay because Edge. I got to get used to calling him Edge over here. He will rip on Komet 75% of the show because I'm a Notre Dame lover and he hates Notre Dame.
Hey, that's good schools right now. Ahmad, can you finish?
The hell with your school, Michigan State. He ain't even a factor. But go ahead.
Actually, good context there. No, but I mean, like weapon for weapon, when you look at these two teams, I mean, yeah, like obviously they can go blow for blow, I feel like. And I don't think that's something the Vikings necessarily want to get into right away. I think their defense will be best served keeping things like a low scoring game because, like, look, I'll be real with you guys. Like, I don't know what we're going to get out of Jeff Okudah, the cornerback. You know what you're going to get out of Byron Murphy Jr., Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah, he was just in Detroit last year. So you bring Isaiah Rodgers over from Philadelphia. He was a backup there, won a Super Bowl, but he's the starter now. So is Jeff Okudah going to be able to hold up against like a DJ Moore or a Luther Burden who's coming in? I'm from St. Louis, so I'm a big fan of him and what he can do. But I think like the edge certainly goes to Minnesota, because they are a little bit more proven, established. They have the records. They have all the stuff behind them. But then again, you don't have Jordan Addison for this week 1 matchup. Still, you have TJ Hawkinson and everyone.
I like Jalen Naylor a little bit, right? I like Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor's coming off a hand injury that he suffered during training camp. He just had it wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. So you really don't know what you're going to get from him. I mean, obviously, we think he'll be out there. And last year when he did fill in for Jordan Addison for 3 games, he had 3 touchdowns in those 3 weeks. So, yeah, Jalen Naylor, I think, is going to be a big contributor for 3 weeks. Adam Thielen, huge trade, gives the quarterback some, a reliable target and whatnot, and knows that he'll be where he's supposed to be. But
Grandpa.
Yeah, I just don't think you want to shoot out in this game if you're Minnesota. I think a shootout best favors more of a Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, and his skill set just a little bit more when you're talking about going up against an inexperienced quarterback in J.J. McCarthy.
Especially when we got a good defensive coordinator as well, who is
Yeah.
he knows how to attack those young quarterbacks and everything. And it's the same exact you can say about Flores as well, coming at Caleb Williams also.
Right.
But that's where I go. Like when you say whatever quarterback that you have, you're comfortable in your coach putting him in the right position. I know it's too early for the Bears, but I feel comfortable with Ben Johnson putting Caleb Williams and the Bears offense in the right position as well. So I think it's going to be a fun game. I really do think it's going to be a fun game. And I think when it's all said and done, is a shootout what anybody wants? No, nobody wants a dang shootout. But when it's all said and done, you guys have a better front seven, but we have one of the best secondaries. So it's going to be fun.
Exactly. And I know that's something that the Vikings
– I will say we have one of the best secondaries. Don't hum me, JB.
I will say Jalen Johnson, that's someone that the Vikings have been paying attention to during training camp. He missed a lot, I guess, with the groin injury that I just saw today, but that's something that the Vikings coaches have been paying attention to. They have been reading reports coming out of Chicago, so they have a very high respect, level for Jalen Johnson and that secondary and some of the things that they can do.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Tyler Gordon.
I want to say something to Frank real quick.
Get it.
What secondary are you talking about?
The Bears.
Jalen Johnson is the only one who he might play. He might play, right?
He's playing.
Or he's coming off the injury.
Playing.
But out of that banged up secondary, who are we talking about? Jonathan Owens?
I'm talking about us finishing top 4 in secondary all of NFL season last year.
No, we ain't talking about last year. We
ain't talking about last year because we didn't fucking lose anybody. We have the same secondary.
Let's talk about right now.
We have the same secondary.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What the hell are you talking about, T?
We have the same secondary as last year.
We have Jonathan Owens that's going to start.
None of our secondary played.
He just asked me, so let me answer the question. Jaquan Brisker's not playing.
No,
so
he's
we
out.
got Jonathan.
I did not
Owens.
hear Brisker's out. Really?
Yes, Brisker is out.
Hear Brisker's out. That hurts.
So that's definitely going to hurt. Jalen Johnson coming off that injury.
He's ready. He's ready. He's
okay.
Playing. Kyler Gordon's fine too. He's playing.
Kyler Gordon's fine. Tyreek is fine. But that safety position is gonna hurt us.
I did not hear the Brisker news, so I will take a hit on that one. That hurts and that hurts big. But I mean, we still got Byard, who's a very good safety. And I mean, Jonathan Owens is. I hate using this.
No,
word
Jonathan Owens is what's the name's husband. That's why we know we all know him.
He is a solid safety.
Hey, I gotta defend Jonathan Owens. He's from St. Louis.
He's from St. Louis. I'm about to say you got something to say about that.
Missouri Western. I gotta defend him a little bit. That's my guy.
And he's not bad, but Ahmad, I gotta ask you, man.
He's not a starting safety in the NFL. We know it.
We know it, but like even without the little nicks and bang ups, I don't see any of them stopping Justin Jefferson. I've seen Justin Jefferson hobbled and still kill. And that's what bothers me, because that's why I said, like, the shootout, I'll take you like back to what was that KC and Buffalo, where all of a sudden Gabe Davis just came out of nowhere with like 3 touchdowns from Jonathan Allen. It was like, y'all not gonna stop Gabe Davis? Like, nobody's gonna pay attention to Gabe Davis. So I'm just looking at this like Kevin O'Connell is a smart guy.
For sure.
And he's going to scheme JJ open, like, for real.
Yeah,
and that's what scares me.
Can somebody look up the stats for me, though? I don't think JJ did too much against the Bears last year. Addison freaking killed us
because he took all the attention.
Exactly.
Right?
They don't have Addison. Are we forgetting that right now?
Yeah,
are you gonna trust Wheelan?
I can look up JJ stats here versus you guys, but I do know this. There's no wide receiver in the game.
Nobody can
command 3 players or half a side of field.
Oh, hands down, I'm not denying that.
So like,
maybe Jamar Chase.
Contrail move for it. Did you forget about his teammate over there?
I just said Jamar Chase.
I mean, you can say that, but before last season, no one was defending Justin Jefferson.
Hey, look, Chase has been just as good.
He has been.
Maybe and the only reason why you said before last year because he was hurt
when Burrow got hurt
last year.
That was 2 years ago, Foul.
That was- I'm gonna say that was 2 years
Nah,
ago.
nah.
Jefferson was
I'm talking about
Jefferson
not
was hurt
last
2
year,
years
but the
ago.
year before.
2 years because he got hurt early on the season. I had him on fantasy.
The key point that I'm making, though, is nobody can stop Jefferson. I'm sorry. Nobody can stop Jefferson, just like nobody can stop Chase. All right. The question is you got to contain him. You got to have a safety over him, make it hard, make it difficult. He's going to get his touches. That's not going to change. But not having Addison is going to hurt them. And if what is it, 4 weeks?
Jefferson versus the Bears has played 8 games, 50 receptions, 685 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he didn't do too
Throwing
much
over
last
100
year.
yards, 4 out of 8 games.
That's not bad because of, like you said, they're blanketing him with 2 and 3 people.
Always, yeah. But
always. He he rarely ever gets single coverage. I mean,
never, yeah.
And I remember the Bears game where they were like he had like semi shut JJ down, and then the second half, like he never followed him because Eberflus is just a flunky. But in ailing ailing Jalen Johnson, both from JJ's, I don't think you have to have help over the top. You have to. You can't just let that man just go and freelance. And let's not act like TJ Hockenson is not a good tight end. Like he's going to get some burn.
He is.
Yeah.
He didn't score a touchdown last year, but he had the main connection with JJ McCarthy during training camp. It was Jordan Addison and it was TJ Hockenson, but that's also because Justin Jefferson was out. He got dinged up the first day of training camp, and he didn't come back until really after training camp. He didn't take part in any team drills during training camp period with pads on. That wasn't until training camp broke after the preseason game 3. So, but TJ Hockenson still had a very strong connection, talking about one of the top tight ends in the league.
Yes.
So we have another part of the team who definitely is very opinionated, but he does.
Get out the stopwatch.
Damn.
Get out the stopwatch.
Damn, that's how y'all
take a deep
feel,
breath,
man.
Chicago. Deep breath, man. Deep breath. No 7-minute raids.
Ahmad, he always has a lot to say. So get ready to duck and dodge these bullets that are about to come your way. Mr. Chicago, who knows everything about Chicago, bring him in right now. Get ready.
Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna keep letting these little slick little comments that y'all be making bypass. You ain't got to play any more damn passes with that. It's all good. Good to see y'all, fellas, man.
It's all love.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ahmad, great job you're doing over there, man. Definitely appreciate you being on the show. I got a couple of questions in what the guys were just talking about when it comes to our secondary and having to guard Justin Jefferson. The fact is, this is based on preference. You can argue that Jamar Chase is the best receiver in football, but you can make that same argument for Justin Jefferson, right? But for us to have had contained him, no one's stopping either one of those guys. But he's only had 3 touchdowns in 8 games against us. I'll take that. I'll take our secondary basically defending him in that way any day, every day, because that means he's not getting the end zone as much and affecting the game as much as everybody else thinks he would. But that does mean we get up a lot of damn yards to him in the open field, which is, can be problematic when you think about other weapons that Kevin O'Connell will scheme up to actually throw the ball to. Now, having said that, J.J. McCarthy, and I'm also a Michigan fan as well, so Frank gave you a bunch of crap about that. It's all good. What are some of the things that you're hearing about that's most concerning about J.J. McCarthy coming to the season, preferably into week 1?
I don't think there's anything that's concerning inside the 4 walls. I think all the narratives, all the skepticism, all the doubt is coming from people who have not watched this team during training camp, analysts who have not been in Minnesota to watch with their own eyes. They just hear from somebody, then they see a clip on social media, then they're like, oh, this guy's trash.
They do that with Caleb too.
Yeah, right. So there's and when you listen to Kevin O'Connell, when you listen to guys in that building, I asked one of the players on the team flat out, I was like, is 9 it? That was my question to him. Is 9 it? Is he that guy? And normally these players will be real with me. They'll tell me, even if it's not the case, he said he's got that juice. He was like, he's going to be it. He was like, just give him some time, be patient. He was like, but he has all the intangibles to be a good quarterback. And he's like, the most important thing, he's a leader. He was like, and he's in the film room all the time. He's not afraid, to go say something to a guy or to pull him aside and be like, this is how we need to do better. And, that's really rare from a young, inexperienced quarterback that hasn't touched the field. Normally, they're a little less vocal, a little more timid because they haven't been out there in that huddle with those guys, facing those live bullets. But, everybody that I talk to inside those four walls, they think they have a steal at quarterback. They think it's just time for the rest of the world to see it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as a Bears fan, we were all taken back a ways by the fact that Sam Darnold, who was pretty much on his last damn leg last year, and he was like one team away from being out the damn league. That's how trash he's been. And another college team I always give crap to is USC. I feel like they are so overrated, and they have overrated quarterbacks for the most part, aside from Caleb for that 1 year. But having said that, with Kevin O'Connell doing what he's doing and being the quarterback guru that he is, you automatically can kind of assume that J.J. McCarthy's safety net is going to be T.J. Hawkinson, because he's going to get more targets, honestly, in my opinion, than Justin Jefferson will.
Yeah,
because of the fact that he's the tight end is always the quarterback's best friend when it comes to, hey, if nothing else down the field, I can give it to him on a short yardage situation or even right up the middle, because more than likely he'll be able to find separation between that linebacker and him, or that safety and him, right? So,
well, look, I'll tell you this: if T.J. Hawkinson is getting more targets than Justin Jefferson, we got a problem here in Minnesota because they overpaid Justin Jefferson.
Of course,
last year when they gave him that $90 million. No, jokingly aside, though, I'm
not saying the whole year. I'm saying this one game.
No, I'm with you. I honestly think, I just said it, like, I think T.J. Hawkinson is going to get a lot of targets, especially early on. He was J.J. McCarthy's number one target throughout training camp. I want to say one day during the joint practice with the New England Patriots, every time I looked up, T.J. Hawkinson was catching the pass. And I was like, are they going to throw it to anybody else? So I think he's going to have a big impact. He's a mismatch. I mean, especially you're talking about if the Vikings were to go 4 wide when Jordan Addison comes back, you got Jefferson, you got Addison, and then you got Jalen Naylor, who's just such an underrated speed guy, Adam Thielen, and then you got T.J. Hawkinson in the middle. Like, that 5 wide set, no running back is going to be dangerous for a secondary. So you want to pray that defensive line gets home. And if they don't get home, then you're talking about guys having to cover somebody one-on-one, because if all 5 of those guys are on the field at the same time and you decide to double Justin Jefferson, somebody else is going to kill you. And I think that's where Kevin O'Connell is going to have.
And most of the time, too, most of the good teams will scheme up like defense schemes to actually like pretty much isolate Justin Jefferson and make you beat them with other players. And so it's in those moments, those other players got to step up and make the big plays down the field to get them touchdowns, or at the very least get them in a relatively great position to score and possibly win the game. But having said that, the fact that this is week 1 and there is no Addison out there for the first 3 games of the season. And I think another receiver had got hurt during training camp or during preseason from the Vikings too is going to be out as well.
Jalen, no, he won't be out. He'll be back.
Okay. So obviously, I'm not as concerned about Naylor. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a scrub or anything, but he just ain't no world beater that we need to be that concerned with. Obviously, we want to make sure somebody's right there on him, not leaving him open and freelancing it. But at the same time, listen, Justin Jefferson is one of those. And that's being a Bears fan, being a realistic Bears fan. He is the best receiver in this division, obviously, and possibly in the NFL in general. But we've done a good enough job, and then the fact that Ben Johnson coming in with his experience against the Vikings and Brian Flores' defense, that's obviously going to help give us some type of advantage in some capacity. And I am most concerned with how Van Ginkel and with the guy named Bernard. So I know
he's been a difference maker at practice.
So this panel is much more comfortable and much more confident in Braxton Jones at left tackle than I am. I probably have more confidence in me winning the damn Powerball than I do having Braxton Jones be our damn left tackle. Now, having said that, I'm more confident in Ben Johnson not leaving him by himself over there on that side and having Colston Loveland or Cole Kmet over there helping out on that weak side, which is Caleb's blind spot. Now,
here's my counter to that, not to cut you off. Right, say you got Braxton Jones and you got Colston Loveland or Kmet over there to chip. You going mano a mano with the rest of those guys up front, and you're talking about a Javon Hargrave who has been wreaking havoc in the NFL since he's been with the 49ers. You got Jonathan Allen, who can't be blocked one-on-one. And then you got Andrew Van Ginkel, who had more sacks than Jonathan Grenard last year.
He
so
did.
It's kind of like you pick your poison.
Well, I mean, again, I'm confident in the other 4 positions on the line than I am that left tackle spot. And I think the panel would definitely agree with me and say that Tony's going to do his job. Obviously, our center is pretty damn good as well. So Hargrave is going to be a tough matchup for that center, granted. But at the same time, Braxton Jones is oftentimes on the damn ground, not able to stop a damn nosebleed. So I am more concerned because the left tackle position is the most important position on that line.
Yeah,
I'm almost certain that Flores is going to be switching Van Ginkel and Bernard over there just to be picking at Braxton Jones. Like they're going to they're going to eat him alive over there. I just hope that Ben Johnson's schemes is going to be quick enough to where Caleb already has the ball out of his damn hands, to where we ain't got to worry so much about that edge coming over there to him. So,
I got a question for you, Ahmad.
What's up, boss man?
Kind of piggybacking off of that a little bit, but I don't agree with that. I don't think our new offensive lines take time to gel. We know that.
Facts.
Yeah.
You have a guy that I wanted in Kelly. Remember, Kelly came from the Colts.
Mm-hmm. Brian Kelly.
That was, to me, that was the best center.
Yep.
Dahlman was good, but he had his hiccups, exchange problems with both Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. The Jonah Jackson that's out, I don't care for him. Joe Tooney, as great as Joe Tooney is, I just rewatched the Super Bowl that came on NFL Network, and I was watching Joe Tooney get bust.
Talk to him.
Not fair, JB.
Talk to him.
That's not fair, JB.
What I'm saying to you, in defense to what he was saying, I think you all have more exotic pressures that would come to our line because we haven't been gelling enough yet. We haven't had enough time together to know my left foot, my right step, my shoulder, all them little intricacies that the line goes through. That's that. But secondly, when it comes down to what he said about pressure, I mean, we all know the panel. Brian Flores blitzes anywhere from 56 to 62% of the time, especially against the Bears. So you're not going to have time to say left step, hop switch, focus, boom, because now it's going to be boom, boom. Mm-hmm. And now how does a Braxton Jones, or for that matter, how does a Darnell Wright even go against that? Because that Hargraves-Allen combination, I don't like it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You also got to look at, Ben Johnson's going to be getting rid of that ball quick.
That's the one thing I want to highlight.
You're going to see a lot of 1-2 step hits, slants, the plays that our offensive coordinator, head coach hasn't been calling for the last 10, 15 years, I feel like. As a Bears player, we never see slants and curls ever. You're going to see that a lot.
You know what else is 1-2 get rid of the ball? Screen plays.
And
that's what we do a lot of.
Ben Johnson ain't scheming that in there. He ain't doing a lot of screen plays.
It's crazy. I see a lot of people talking in the comments, about, last year Bears this, Bears team that, Vikings this and that, Bears are a lot better. I can just speak from what I saw with my own eyes last season and this season. The Vikings defense is 10 times better than they were last year. And I think that's speaking volumes. When I'm talking like the Vikings offense, Aaron Jones Sr. told me himself, we couldn't do anything the first 2 weeks of training camp. You saw it. And I was like, I know. He was like, because we were getting blown up by our defensive line every single play. I mean, every time they drop back, it's like you couldn't even grade J.J. McCarthy because the defensive line looked that good. And so when the New England Patriots came into town, everyone talks about, Mike Vrabel and instilling that toughness, this and that. Man, Drake May, Stephon Diggs, Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, they didn't do a thing on the second day of joint practices because Jonathan Grenard was living in the backfield the entire time. So, I think
you remember the preseason game they had? Yeah. Matter of fact, y'all had a special teams touchdown, little number 4. What's
I'm
his
not
name?
sure. Rondell Moore wore number 4 in the preseason.
Is that who it was?
He got hurt in the first game. He got hurt in the punt return. But no, I mean, I can't remember anything specific from preseason, but the starters didn't even play in the preseason. Like the secondary played the first game, then that was it. Then they did joint practices, and the defense dominated versus Drake May and the Patriots, and then they didn't have to suit up the rest of the preseason. So
didn't play preseason, JB. Did you hear what he just said? The starters didn't play preseason. Imagine that.
He has experienced starters on that defensive front.
Are you?
He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Everything was new.
I'm saying that in comparison to the same players that we've had last year.
We had to jump to
this. We have a new defensive coordinator, but we still have the same.
We have the
same players on this defense, though.
Hey, Ahmad. So just in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm the pessimist. I don't believe that the Bears are as good as advertised right now. They're going to have to show me. You're from Missouri. That's the show me state.
I think they will be for sure. I think they'll be good. Like, I'm a big believer in Ben Johnson and that offense, but I'm also a big believer that you need time, you need cohesion. And just
absolutely.
You don't just the quarterback doesn't look like the first round draft pick right away. Like, it's going to take some trials and tribulations. Right. Calls, the motions, everything. It's a lot. Like, you basically heard Ben Johnson say he had to dumb down this offense for his guys because they kept having pre-snap penalties and things like that. So all the flashy stuff you saw in Detroit, they probably can't even work on trick plays yet because they can't get the fundamental. So I think what we see week 1 versus the Vikings won't be what we see week 12, week 13.
Absolutely. Because they're more mature in the offense, especially given that the trick plays will then come then. Right now, we're just getting down the basic fundamentals on how to execute plays without these false starts and things like that. So I'm much more optimistic about the coaching staff than I am about our personnel, because there's never been a time as a Bears fan my whole life that I've known every single damn coach on our coaching staff, and I have confidence in every positional coach, knowing how they come to prepare their players. When you think about Al Harris, you think about Antoine Randall, you think about Eric Bieniemy, who deserves the damn head coaching job. Don't get me started with that. But the fact that we have these knowledgeable and experienced coaches on this staff, that gives me more optimism about the season in general than the actual players and personnel themselves.
Y'all should be happy right now in Chicago. I know from St. Louis, we poke a lot of fun in Chicago sports and whatnot, but I really think y'all are on the up and up right now. I think it's a fun time to actually be a Bears fan. I know it can be a little problematic saying that because of all the history you guys have had there, but I think it's a good time to be a Bears fan right now with this offense, with the playmakers, and one guy we haven't even mentioned, but your president, Kevin Warren. I'm a big believer in him and what he's able to do.
He was in your backyard.
Yeah, he was. He helped y'all stadium. We wait for him to go buy a damn shovel and start digging and get our damn stadium on the ground.
It ain't happening no time soon.
Let it be outside my front yard. Arlington Heights.
Oh, you know what? What I thought about, though? So when we were talking about how much pressure do you feel that the Monday night, because that's the granddaddy of all granddaddies for the kickoff of the season. Because if you're saying now we know that the defense is ready, we know that certain player is JJ ready for Monday night?
I mean, you got to talk about, like, this guy has been a pressure cooker since he started playing football. He played at Nazareth in Illinois. Y'all know that's a big high school.
That's a powerhouse. Yep.
Yeah. Then he left there. He went to IMG, the powerhouse of high school.
The number one. Yep.
Yeah. Then went to Michigan and played with Harbaugh and was just in pressure-packed moments each and every time he stepped on that football field, had to compete for a spot against Kate McNamara and things like that. So, like, this is a guy who thrives under pressure. Like, you know, he's been a winner his entire life. Like, go check his wins-loss record. And now you're talking about everyone's knock on J.J. McCarthy coming out of Michigan was, well, he didn't do anything. You know, he had great players surrounding him.
He didn't have to do anything.
He only had to do a little bit. Well, I hate to break it to you. He's in the same scenario now. Like, he has a great offensive line, a top 5 offensive line in front of him, a top 5 receiving core. And I mean, I won't say Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are a top 5 duo in the backfield, but they're serviceable and they're both
they're more than serviceable.
And then not to mention he has a good defense that's going to get him 3 and outs and get him the football back if he does make a mistake. So, like, if he does make a mistake, the defense is going to bail him out. They led the league in interceptions last year. Like, and you're talking about one person said, how did they get 10 times better? Go look up Javon Hargrave's highlight tape. Go look up Jonathan Allen's highlight tape, and then pair that with Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. That's how they got 10 times better. Because if you're going 5-on-5 or 5-on-4 up front, one of those guys are probably going to beat all 5 of your offensive linemen. Like, when you talk about 4 versus 5, One of those guys is probably going to win. So that's how they got 10 times better, because now it's more pressure on the quarterback, less time for him to make a decision, more time for these corners and these guys to make plays and hopefully go lead the league in interceptions again.
And when you think about the transition that he made from Michigan, so Michigan's offense was predicated solely on the run. You think about Donovan Edwards, you think about the other who's that, Mullins, and you think about the other running backs they had, like Sharon Moore and Coach Harbaugh. They didn't throw the ball a lot. So the one criticism that JJ McCarthy was given was that he don't have a strong arm. He don't throw the ball deep oftentimes. But you think he ain't gonna be able to be put in positions to throw the damn ball deep with Justin Jefferson as a damn receiver? Man, you got to be kidding.
I'll tell you that. He's been completing 60-yard bombs. Go pull up his first preseason game, his rookie season. He was completing deep passes. So maybe that's just what he was asked to do at Michigan. But now you talk about at Michigan, he didn't have the best wide receiver in the game. He had a pretty good tight end in Loveland and stuff, but he didn't have a top 5 wide receiver in college. Now you come to Minnesota, you got the best wide receiver in football, and make 1A, 1B between him and Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Then you also got Jordan Addison. Like, you're talking about Justin Jefferson, Jordan
one of the
Addison.
best number 2s for sure.
Those two alone, that may be the best wide receiver duo, like in the National Football League. Maybe T. Higgins, Jamar Chase
was up there
second, or maybe right there.
I get T. Higgins and Chase the edge on that one, but
But either or, you can't go wrong with either or. If you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, you just can't go wrong. It's a lot better than DJ Moore and who?
Exactly.
I mean, don't do that now. DJ and Rome now go. Hey, don't do that now. DJ and Rome gonna be that.
Steve, go ahead, Steve. You get it.
Rome's gonna be one of them though. Don't do
that. We're talking about proven guys. Jordan Addison was a proven guy his rookie year when he came in with the Kirk Cousins and then a backup quarterback. He was still that guy. His rookie season, Jordan Addison, we're talking about.
Y'all had Kirk Cousins, who was a season stat pattern though.
Rome Odunze was the number 3 wide receiver, and he had over 700 yards.
700 yards, number 3. Come on now.
17-game season, guys. Come on now. That's just like 60 yards a game.
So what
I mean, that is
number 3. Number 3 receiver.
Bad numbers though.
He's number 3 receiver with that kind of numbers.
Keenan Allen was your number 2 last year?
Keenan Allen was probably number 1.
And then DJ Moore was your number 1. So now Rome's going to get more.
Yeah, DJ,
Yeah.
Was number 1. Keenan number 2, and Rome was number 3. Yeah, over 700 yards.
And now we had Luther Burden as our number 3, and Rome's going to be our
They each had 600 plus, all 3 receivers. So imagine with the right offensive-minded coach, i.e. Ben Johnson, imagine how much more damage they're going to do. Not to mention our new third receiver being Luther Burden. Like, possibly, if it's not for
that was his nickname in high school, Touchdown Luther. That's y'all got a stud. And him, I feel like he's a Swiss Army knife. He's a Deebo Samuel, but a little bit better, I think. As far as ball in his hands, making plays, just very, very competitive. So I love that pick for you guys. I love what he's going to bring to that offense for sure. Look, it's all jokes about Rome, but I'm just saying when it comes to proven wide receivers, and established, like 1A, 1B, or 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
But Addison just became that guy last year. It wasn't like it was something like he did his rookie year. He became that guy, like that proven guy last year.
He got better every year.
He filled in his rookie season when Justin Jefferson missed 8
games. Did he go over 1,000 yards his rookie season?
Let's see. If he did, he got real close to
like 800 yards or something like that. What was 800?
I think he was high 800.
He became established last year as that good wide receiver. I give him that.
70 catches, 911 yards, and 10 touchdowns his rookie year ain't balling. 10 touchdowns your rookie year ain't balling.
10 touchdowns is pretty damn good.
But like I said,
a 911 yard
established guy until last year. I didn't say he had an ass rookie season. I just said he didn't become the established guy until last year.
He started 14 games his rookie year.
It sounds like 14 games, 70 catches, 900 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
There's a lot of
that guy.
That starts.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I think that's a very good rookie season.
To me, anything that you do your rookie season, that's good. But it has to be something that you consistently do. It's not like I'm not going to fall for the C.J. Stroud thing where everybody was going crazy his rookie year. Talking about, C.J. Stroud is a top 5.
C.J. still good.
You just did it with Caleb.
And then last
C.J. still good. Wow.
You got
CJ's
people
still good.
not even mention them in the top 10.
You just did it with
it's something that
Caleb.
has to continue.
CJ is definitely a top 10 quarterback.
Ghost, I can't agree with you on that one, saying that nobody cares about Addison because Addison's making our life a living hell all of last
Yes.
year.
We could not.
So
Yeah.
this is Jordan Addison's third year. He's
Jordan
entering his
Addison
third
is
year.
a damn good receiver.
He's entering his
Yeah.
third year right now. Last year, he's his career 133 receptions, 1,786 yards, and 19 touchdowns. But he just got proved as so basically he had a better rookie season than he did last year when you said he was established.
No. What was his stats last year? Didn't he go over 1,000 yards last year?
No,
he was less
he
than
missed 3
900.
games last year with a high ankle sprain.
Well, he missed.
Yeah,
he missed 3 games last year. Okay, but if he didn't miss them 3 games, I take it that he would have been well over 1,000 yards, right?
I mean, he had 9 touchdowns. Like, what are we
10.
talking about?
10.
He had 10 his rookie season, 9 last year.
JB,
Three
you
of them
kill
were
me
against the Bears.
because you always the one coming on here
Yeah.
talking about how somebody got to prove something. When I sit up
No,
there
no,
and say that a
you
guy, I don't
said
know a
he's
guy off
not
for
that
1
guy.
year, you kill me. I sit up there and say it's something that has to consistently
So
happen.
then you
not
can't ever
something off
talk
for
about
1
Caleb
year,
then.
but
until
here it
he
is. Oh,
plays.
he had 10 touchdowns.
Well, you can't talk about Caleb until after this year because you've been going on about how great his rookie year was for a Bear.
No, I sit
Oh,
up
and
there.
I forgot.
He had
Jordan
a
Addison
good
had
rookie year.
1 rushing touchdown, so he had 20 touchdowns in 2 years.
Okay, that's
It's the
what's up.
same.
So
How many
Ahmad,
touchdowns?
I wanted to ask you
Nobody-
this.
serious question.
Nobody.
How many
nobody
touchdowns did
said
Romo Dunze have last year?
Like 3,
Not a
right?
lot. He dropped like 3 of them in the end zone too. Let's not
God,
forget
he
that.
touchdown.
Jordan Addison ain't the Bolitnikoff winner. Ain't never had no drop problems here in Minnesota.
Keenan Allen dropped 5 in the end zone last year.
But that's just me being a homer right now. I'm just,
Well,
Jordan
if
Addison.
I'm not mistaken, Jordan Addison played at USC with Caleb, and
Well, he won the Bolitnikoff at Pittsburgh, and then
Right, then he transferred to
then
USC.
yeah, he transferred to USC. Yeah.
So, but he won't even be out there for this first matchup. So I mean, it's kind of
So
irrelevant,
we're talking about him as if he's going to be a factor in this game because he's not,
and he won't be. You know what I'm saying? But I think another guy that JB paid respect to earlier, Jalen Naylor. Like this is a guy who, when he filled in for Jordan Addison the first 3 games of the season last year, he had 3 touchdowns. And he was a guy who dropped a couple of touchdowns.
I'm not hanging my hat on Jalen Naylor. I'm not hanging my
I don't think you want to hang your hat on him when you have a Justin Jefferson and a TJ Hawkinson, but you're talking about a guy who runs a low 4.4 to be your number 2. Then you also got Adam Thielen, who had 60, 70 catches last year, 900 yards, has well over 5,000 career yards.
But this is the older Adam Thielen. This ain't Adam Thielen of old back in the day when he was Vikings the first time.
You're not asking Adam Thielen to go out there and run fade routes and post routes. You're asking Adam Thielen to run sit routes on 3rd and 7 to make sure he catches the ball and be in
he's a possession receiver for sure.
I mean, this is the thing when you lose like a wide receiver like a Addison and you have somebody fill in, that's where you go as a Viking fan to say is I have a trustful head coach who's going to make anybody look good. Like, I mean, you guys have a great coach. The Green Bay Packers. I hate the Green Bay Packers, but I've always gave respect. LaFleur is a great
like Jalen Naylor's a bum. Like,
I'm about to say
he ain't one of them, JB. Don't do that. He ain't one of them.
The same speed as Jordan Addison. His catch radius isn't as big.
No, it's not.
I mean, but you think about teams are going to be doubling Justin Jefferson. Jalen Naylor's going to be running butt naked wide open across the defense.
Right. And
well, I don't know about that because you got to take into account
touchdowns last year.
Dennis Allen's defense ain't just letting nobody just roam free out there in the goddamn secondary. He's not going to do that. He's not doing that.
Jalen Naylor is not like when I'm
one of them.
No, I didn't say he was one of them. First of all, you two people, and I'm calling
Jalen Naylor had 6 touchdowns last year.
That's what I said. He had 6 touchdowns. Ahmad, they just don't like him because he's from Michigan State. That's all it is.
No. And he only started.
That has nothing to do with that.
Michigan State.
Nothing to do with that, JB. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Unless that he's from Michigan State. What I'm saying is,
I just had to throw that in there.
I didn't even think about that.
Who cares a damn about East Lansing? Nobody care about that. No one cares.
The person who actually went to school there. Shit.
Okay.
When it comes down to football, they shouldn't talk. Anyway,
no, they shouldn't.
I give you basketball. Basketball, you can have all day. Football.
I ain't giving him basketball these days either.
Hey.
But anyway, like I said, Jalen Naylor, he's a good wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. Like he's nobody's saying that he's a bum. He's just like he's not a guy that's going to sit up there and shoot out
We're not losing the damn game because Jalen Naylor went off. We're not.
Yeah, you don't have to game plan for Jalen.
You don't have to game plan for it, but
we're not. If we lose the game, it wasn't because no damn Jalen Naylor. I can guarantee you that much.
Hold on.
I will say this though: don't be surprised if it's a Jalen Naylor late touchdown.
It makes
sense.
That's
the difference maker in this game. That's
you.
all I'm saying. It may not be Jalen Naylor for 9 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns, but it may be Jalen Naylor 4 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown late in the game. Because
to that point, I have a question to ask you about the game.
I'm saying Naylor is like our Zacchaeus to me. Naylor is the equivalent to our Zacchaeus to me.
I have a question to that point, Ahmad. So, with this game plan coming into week 1. With JJ, what are you anticipating the throws, the count of the number of throws he's going to actually be
under 25?
Under 25? Because Minnesota's running game ain't really. I'm not convinced that an old beat up Adam Jones is going to do so much damage to us to where JJ ain't going to have to be forced to have to throw 30 to 35 times.
You shouldn't be convinced because last year, you look at that offensive line, it's like Aaron Jones didn't do anything. But I'll tell you this. You put a decent running back with good ability, good burst behind a great offensive line, he looks halfway decent. You put a great running back behind that great offensive line, you're talking about something happening. But that being said, I still don't think it's Aaron Jones I need to worry about. I think it's Jordan Mason. Yeah. I think that guy has looked like tremendous during training camp. This is a guy who filled in for Christian McCaffrey and led this 49er offense before he got dinged up.
Yeah, but that 49er offensive line was one of the top. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I can't get
the Vikings have a top 5 line. What are you talking about?
Hold on. I can't give them that because for the simple fact, anybody they put behind that damn line in San Francisco.
Everybody that they put back in San Francisco was easy.
They had about 4 running backs back there.
But I think you talk about the offensive line, and that's exactly what the Vikings went out and did. Like I said, there's going to be like some inconsistency in the offensive line. But if you look on paper, like your boy JB said, Ryan Kelly was one of the best center free agents out there. Will Fries was the second best guard on the market outside of Trey Smith. You're talking about Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw at the tackle position, who are top 5 tackles in their own rights. Like have been proven top 5 tackles in the NFL year in and year out. So then you insert a number 1 draft pick, and not number 1, but first round draft pick, and Donovan Jackson out of Ohio State. I mean, this is a good offensive line. So, but back to the original question, I think JJ McCarthy throws less than 25 passes because I think it's his first NFL start. I think there's going to be a lot riding on him. And I think Kevin O'Connell is going to make sure that he doesn't put too much on his plate to make sure that he doesn't have to go out there and win the game. I think he just wants to make sure that he doesn't go out there and lose the game. So I think you're going to see 10 carries from Aaron Jones. I think you're going to see 15 carries from Jordan Mason. And then I think you're going to see a bunch of targets towards Justin Jefferson. And if it's double cover, triple cover, then you're going to see Jalen Naylor and TJ Hockenson benefiting off that. So I can't see JJ McCarthy throwing the ball 25 times plus unless the Bears just can't stop the Vikings receivers. That's the only way I see them throwing the ball 25 times. I think the Vikings will have to have a lot more balance than they've had in years past just because of the fact that they have a young, inexperienced quarterback that hasn't seen a Dennis Allen defense or any defense really in the regular season.
Are we looking at this chat, fellas? Somebody
the chat's
the
going.
Bears are going to blow. I mean, the Bears are going to blow the Vikings 40-10.
That's a bit absurd.
The tribe has been going crazy.
That's absurd, man. But on the flip side of that, Ahmad, on the flip side of that, what do you see Caleb actually doing against your secondary?
I think if he can read a defense, look, this is a defense that's filled with smoke and mirrors. And typically the quarterbacks that have had success against Brian Flores are the ones that don't get rattled by all the people at the line of scrimmage that can just, you know what, I'm not going to panic when I snap the ball. And we know Caleb Williams prone to hang on to the football.
And
like, you know what I'm saying?
You guys got to attack him.
And his one preseason game that he played, I think he held on to the ball for 5 seconds and didn't find anybody. I don't think he'll have 5 seconds worth of time.
Against number 1s, which was the Chiefs. He didn't look like he did against the 2s and 3s versus the Bills.
But
I know a little bit behind the scenes of what happened with that, but I'm not.
But JB, don't dismiss the fact that this is the same damn Caleb Williams against the damn Vikings last year. Drove us all the way down the damn field to get a damn touchdown and 2-point conversion, and then we got an onside kick to get a damn field goal in range to actually go to an overtime against the damn same Vikings team. Now let's not do that.
That ain't the same Vikings team.
It's not the same Vikings defense either.
And we ain't the same Bears team from last year either. We're not the same Bears team either. That argument can be made on both sides.
Hold on. Let me say something. Why the hell do y'all keep hanging y'all damn hat on fucking Hargrove? Hargrove ain't been shit in about 2 years. That's why San Francisco got rid of his ass.
Hargrave,
yeah.
Hargrave, yeah.
I can't even remember his name.
Yeah, he ain't been shit.
His name is
Javon
Javon.
Hargrave ain't been shit since he was in Philadelphia. He went over there to San Francisco, and they got rid of his ass. Overpaid him. Quit talking about this man as if he's fucking Aaron Donald or fucking John Randall or somebody like that. That man is not that dude. Please.
Nobody said he was Aaron Donald. Don't do that.
Just stop.
Here make it seem like he's not a dude.
I said this motherfucker ain't did shit in about 2 years.
To make it seem like he's not. He had some injuries. To make
it seem like last year he was hurt with the 49ers, but
let's say something about. Let's hope that this man stays healthy.
Right.
I can give you that.
I'm not gonna lie
sit up here and try to make it seem like this man, like when he was over there in Philadelphia, he had that 1 year.
That was the Super Bowl year they lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
he had 11 sacks.
Ever since then, he ain't been hitting on shit.
But anytime, and
so in 2023, he had 44 tackles and 7 sacks in the defensive tackle position. And last year he just got hurt. So you talk about the last 3 years. The year before that with the Eagles, he had 60 tackles.
Why did the team get rid of him? If he was so cold, why did the team get rid of him?
He got paid. He was a free agent.
He was a free agent.
They didn't get rid of him. You talking about when he left Philadelphia?
He took the money.
You talking about when he went over there to San Francisco?
San Francisco paid him.
He took the money.
San Francisco paid him, right? But they got rid of him, right? Didn't they?
To be honest with you, I'm more concerned about Jonathan Allen, though.
And then he was a free agent. Then Minnesota went and paid him because they needed some better interior defensive line.
He was on his way out of San Francisco because they mad they paid that motherfucker all that money.
I was more upset. I was more upset that the Vikings ended up getting Jonathan Allen. That's who I'm more concerned with.
Allen is a problem.
Yeah, Jonathan Allen's a real damn problem. That's the person I'm more concerned with him than I am Hargrave. But Hargrave,
you can make the same argument about them. You can make the same argument about Jonathan Allen that you just did about Javon Hargrave. That he got hurt last year.
I just said, yeah, if he sits up there, if he's healthy as well, because Jonathan Allen is another guy.
Exactly. You know
all about that.
You never know these guys.
Well, guess what? Come Monday, all the mugs is healthy.
Not all of them.
Including Grady Derrick. Who on our damn line, he's going to be coming right after J.J. McCarthy ass too. Grady Derrick is going to be coming too.
What?
We talking about Hargrave and Allen washed up. Ain't Grady?
I'm talking about Allen.
Yeah, we hoping that Grady stay healthy. I'm just being honest.
I want Montez Sweat to stay healthy.
We not splitting hairs here with that, but when we're talking about the type of caliber of player for the Vikings that's coming for Caleb, that is such a problem that we have to. And I'm not saying Ben Johnson is not adequate enough, right? Am I? But when you see he's struggling with the base playbook, he went from 5 calls to 3. And now you got this type of pressure coming. That in-game situation is not like, okay, 1-2 check, 1-2 check. He's got to read, assess, and that is not. And for game 1 on Monday night, let's not make it seem like dude about to pull a 400 and 500.
Don't act like J.J. McCarthy ain't got no damn pressure on him too.
I didn't say he did.
That he does, JB.
I got the game 24. I got the game 24.
You're biased. Everybody on here, everybody in the chat know you're biased.
I'm not biased.
If he do good, you still ain't gonna give him.
I got the game 24-20 Bears. I'm not biased at all. I just know what I see.
You're real biased when it comes down to Caleb.
I just know, speaking to this and pressures that JB talked about earlier, Brian Flores blitz over 50% of the time last year. But if you let Brian Flores explain, some people at home don't know the difference between a run blitz and a pass blitz. And correct. I think that's a very, very correct statement because people just look at blitzes like, oh my God, he's just getting after the quarterback. Course. No, sometimes he's just filling lanes for the run game. But here's my thing with that. He blitzed a ton the past couple of years because he had to. Because they didn't have enough. Like you talk about 2 years ago when he took over for an Ed Donatel defense where the Vikings won, I think, 13, 14 games.
That was
and they lost in the first round of the playoffs to
that was the lucky year, right? When they won
the lucky year where they had a lot of breaks, they had a lot of one-score victories. So he came in, he took a defense that had the same personnel that finished dead last for yards, giving up all that. He came in and inherited that same defense the year after that and improved them to a top 15 ranked defense. Then he comes back last year, you give him a couple of weapons: Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, Stephon Gilmore, guys that didn't think that they would make the type of impact they did. Put them in a Brian Flores defense. They all made an impact. They were all pro players, top 100 players. Now you bring in more guys, and then you talk about Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Allen. Hate to keep beating the dead horse, but you're talking about now being able to create and generate pressure with just 4 guys. So you don't need to send 7 to 8 guys to get after a quarterback when you got a Jonathan Grenard and an Andrew Van Ginkel that can get home. Also 2 guys up front. So if you just bring one blitzer, you're talking about 5-on-5, mano-a-mano, and if you ain't leaving no back to chip or a tight end, you're in trouble. So I think the Brian Flores defense will go to another level because they have more people to get after the quarterback, whereas the first 3 years in this defense, he didn't really have anybody.
Now you really don't know where that blitz coming from, right? Now,
well, also keep this in mind too. Dennis Allen led when he was the head coach of New Orleans. He took that team that was dead last in defensive points given up and yards given up. He made that defense over time as a top 5, top 10 defense in the league when he was coaching there. So you bringing him over here as our defensive coordinator. What you think he's going to do with our defense now? Because we're going to start having blitz packages too. And if I'm not mistaken, when you had Cam Jordan and Davenport and those guys with New Orleans, they had a front 4 that was getting after the damn quarterback.
Yeah, they were fire for sure. There's no knock about that. I don't think I'm just speaking to what I've seen. I can't really sit here and speak knowledgeable about the Bears because it ain't been no film to dissect. So I would just be having to go off what beat reporters are saying. So I won't be one of those journalists that comes out here and makes a statement and say the Bears won't do this, they can't do this, because I haven't seen it. I'm just speaking from my own eyes and what I've experienced during training camp and what I've seen from years in the past covering this team and the new additions that they have. The defense has only improved every year under Brian Flores, and they went out and spent more money and got better players. So you can only imagine that they're going to improve again.
Yeah. It's always a good matchup between us and the Vikings, man. We know each other quite well. We've been in this division a long time. And it's always, for the most part, it's always a battle between both teams. You may every now and then see a blowout on our end or see a blowout on y'all end, but for the most part, it's always a head-to-head battle. It's always good competition.
It will always be that in divisional games. And I think that's what a lot of casual football fans don't understand. It's like, you play a team 2 times a year, every single year. They know your playbook. They know your favorites. So now you have to outcoach them. And I think that's where it's going to be fun for years to come with Ben Johnson and Kevin O'Connell. You're talking about, head coach of the year. You're talking about offensive coordinator of the year. Now he's a head coach. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a battle every time they play. And, one team will get the better of another team occasionally. But I think these divisional games will always be close, especially all the divitional games. I mean, we haven't even talked about the Packers and what they did with Michael Parsons and how they've kind of.
I wanted to ask that question. You ruined it for me.
It's going to be crazy. I think everybody's job just got harder. Kevin O'Connell's job just got harder. Ben Johnson's job just got harder. And whoever the coordinator is in Detroit job just got harder. Everybody's job but Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur's job got easier. So everybody's going to have to study a little harder now with Michael Parsons in the division.
So before we go into this next segment, I think it's fair to say that both teams have gotten better. We've gotten better coaching. Minnesota has got better players. And they have dog coaches in Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle. I can't wait. Y'all can't wait. We'll just have to see what happens. Now, we are going to do some predictions. And some bold predictions I see are in the chat.
Yeah, there's some crazy predictions in that chat.
Really ambitious. Really ambitious. And I hope some of y'all are right, but I think
we keep receiving
predictions that we're going to get from this panel are going to be a little more realistic. Yes. So let's go ahead and start with you, Frank the Tank.
All right. I think if you're going to be playing a team like the Minnesota Vikings, I'd rather it be earlier than mid-season. And I think losing Addison is going to hurt them and hurt them big time. I really feel like he has been a bear killer for us since he's come into the league. Honestly, he has killed us. So I'm still getting the Bears winning this game 27-20. And I have JJ throwing 2 picks. Sorry, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
What about you?
One of them might be a pick 6.
Edge, how you feel about it?
You had to come back to me. I got to think about it.
You got to think about it.
He did all this damn talking.
Let's go with Chicago.
All right, man. Listen, I think it comes down to a field goal. I can see us. I can see Caleb driving us down the field, or money making Santos to get that field goal, that game winning field goal. I'm going to say 23-20. Bears will win this game. And yeah, to Frank's point, yeah, I think not having Jordan Addison out there is going to definitely be in our advantage. I got JJ McCarthy turning the ball over twice, so that's a fumble and an interception.
Wow. Okay, so JB, what do you say?
So I say 24-20 Bears, but my 24-20 is Caleb having 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, Swift or one of the other running backs having the other touchdown, with Santos having a field goal, 24-20. I just feel that it will look similar to how the Titans game looked last year when we first came out, and it was nip and tuck and tight. I just think that because of Caleb, he'll have and Ben Johnson, he'll have just a little bit more spark. And it's Monday night. I'm not saying JJ McCarthy can't do it, but 24-20 is my score, and I just feel confident that that'll be the Bears' first win.
Yeah, basically your score said that JJ McCarthy ain't gonna do it.
Basically,
For his first game on Monday Night Football, he ain't gonna do it.
I give it probably 27-24 Chicago. I think it's going to be a game down to the wire. It is going to be JJ's first real-time game, not preseason, not seeing vanilla defenses or whatnot. They're going to try to. Dennis Allen's going to be the type of guy who's going to bring pressure. He's going to try to confuse the young quarterback.
Very much so.
Yeah, so I got it 27-24, probably a Carlos Santos kick that decides the game.
And that's the thing we haven't taken into account yet, with JJ not having any NFL experience on the field during the season. Dennis Allen is gonna basically exploit that, right? This is practically a rookie still because he's never played in the NFL game. So Dennis Allen has done pretty well against rookie quarterbacks as a coordinator, and as when he was with New Orleans. So I can see him rattling JJ early on in the game and soften that ball up a couple times.
Okay, so saving the best for last, probably maybe the most entertaining score. Ahmad, what do you say?
I think I'm going to surprise y'all with my pick and my score prediction. I'm going to go a little bit lower than all of you guys. I'm going to go 17-14. Bears win late.
Like an original.
I say that because I don't see y'all scoring 27 points with that front seven. I'll just be honest. I don't see either team scoring 27 points. Especially if Christian Darrisaw doesn't play at left tackle. I don't see the Vikings scoring a lot of points. I think you can talk about JJ McCarthy going up against a Dennis Allen defense, essentially a rookie quarterback. He's going to have his struggles and things like that. So I see it as a very low scoring game. I see it as a lot of 3 and outs at one point. I see it with, some drives not being able to be sustained. But I see the Bears winning late. And I think that this game may be one of the reasons that the Vikings go out and make another move and maybe go bring in another cornerback or something like that. I think that Jeff Okudah has a lot to prove, and he hasn't proved it in training camp thus far. And hopefully this ain't the game where he gets exposed, but we'll see. So I think the Bears win. And I think the Vikings realize they probably still need some cornerback help. And maybe, their offensive line will need some work with no Darrisaw. Wow. But I think the Bears win by 3.
Yeah, see that, JB?
So,
Caleb against that secondary.
Hold on, man. So this is what I say. I agree with Ahmad that we're not gonna see no aerial show. That's because of Braxton Jones and the lack of Darrisaw. So we're not gonna see a bunch of balls in the air. So it will be a low scoring game. But I said 17-14 because we're gonna get a good dose of Aaron Jones, I think. Because like Chicago said earlier, Aaron Jones has been a Bears killer. So I don't think that we gonna have an answer for him.
Well, he's beaten up now, and he's older. He ain't the Aaron Jones of
Oh,
old.
so that was you. That was
I'm
you.
not as concerned about him now.
Aaron Jones needs a dual backfield.
Yeah. But him and
he rushed
Mason
for
back
over
there.
1,000 yards last year, and he didn't have a good offensive line. He got a much better offensive line now. So
Yeah, Aaron Jones. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping on him, man.
I ain't sleeping on him, but I'm saying he's beat up and he's older now, so that might be our advantage.
I'm gonna have to tell him what you said. I'm gonna have to tell him
TJ he beat up. Don't give him no bulletin board material.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hold on. Why you want to say? Yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit. We got Grady Jarrett on our damn line now. Aaron Jones ain't going through Grady Jarrett like he did anybody else. Yeah, tell him I said that shit. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell him that for sure. I'm gonna see.
You don't want that smoke, Chicago. You don't want that smoke, dog.
Hey, Ahmad, just so you know, we don't all drink the same Kool-Aid. Just so you know.
Listen, I ain't no damn Kool-Aid. I'm on Chicago water right there now.
I'm gonna tell him it's Mr. Chicago. You tell him.
Talk to him. We waiting on him. Tell him.
Ahmad, I wanted to know how. Now, I didn't hear you a couple times. I know you mentioned his name once or twice. How is Jeff Okudah looking?
He's looked all right. There's been some days. There's been some bad days. Like, I'll say this. Like, I think the second hardest position in the National Football League is cornerback. Like, you're talking about, these guys have to run as fast as the wide receivers. They can't touch them after 5 yards. They got to have ball skills to turn around and track a wide receiver and a football. So I think it's a really hard position. So it's really hard to judge, especially when you're talking about the team isn't blitzing during practice like they should be. You aren't able to be as physical maybe as you would be in a game. So it's hard to judge. I don't think he stood out to me. I think, and a lot of other beat writers still have questions around him. But when I spoke with Brian Flores during the Gophers Pro Day last year, he seemed to love him. And he was like, sometimes players just benefit being with the right coaches, being put in the right situation. So I think that's to be seen how he will look. I think we can't judge him until we see him out there in a couple of games. But from what I've seen in training camp, I wasn't sold, which is why I think they still need to go out and go get like a Stephon Gilmore, even though he's a little bit older. He's a savvy vet and knows what's coming his way and things like that. So, or maybe a Asante Samuel Jr., somebody, who's a little bit younger. But I just think that. But I will say this, as I have my doubts and skepticism about Jeff Okudah, when I pulled Justin Jefferson aside and I asked him which cornerback has been giving you guys the most work during training camp, he said Jeff Okudah. So, you could take that how you want to take it.
Yeah, I definitely, because I know he was first of all, he was All-American coming out of Ohio State, regarded as one of the best cornerback, if not the best cornerback in college football. And then got over there in Detroit and just looked absolutely terrible. Like I actually think they cut him before his rookie contract was up.
Yeah, he wasn't living that. And I just spoke with one of my sources with the team and asked him about Christian Darrisaw and said he's 50-50 on it. So there's still no guarantee if he's going to play or not. So if he doesn't play, I think that changes things drastically for Minnesota's offense, drastically.
Yeah, this week is paramount for him. Just a random question of mine. Just a guy that I used to follow came out with Brisker out of Georgia. Why y'all give up on Lewis Sins so quick? Was it the injuries?
He wasn't it, man.
He just wasn't it. He wasn't it. Healthy or hurt, he wasn't it.
He benefited from a system in Georgia.
We said about Roshan.
Yeah, he benefited from a system in Georgia. He played great there, but he had some dogs in front of him that made things a lot easier. In the NFL, you got to be able to hold your own when you ain't got guys like that in front of you. And I don't think he could hold his own. Then he had that injury, but I mean,
the injury, I thought,
yeah. I mean, but the injury is one thing. He came back. He looked healthy. Maybe it was a mental thing, but he couldn't guard anybody in one-on-ones. He was getting beat down the field and deep too, not to make him sound like a crappy player or anything, but in this defense, you got to be able to play the football. You got to be able to play man. You got to be able to play multiple positions, and he couldn't do that. And you're talking about Josh Metellus, a guy who played 10 out of 11 positions on defense last year. Cam Bynum, who was one of the best free safeties, got a $60 million contract, and then Harrison Smith, who was probably a future Hall of Famer. Kind of hard to beat out those guys. So yeah, he just numbers game, but he just wasn't it for this defense.
You know what? Cam Bynum left, right? He
got $60 million to go with the Colts.
The Colts.
Hey, Ahmad, quick question about the division. Now, have you given any thoughts or possible predictions on how this division is going to play out in terms of who's going to be first, who's going to be last, and somewhere in the middle?
I do a show every week that you guys probably, it's airing right now in Chicago on Fox 32. It's called First and North. And we actually talk about divisions all the time. 2 weeks ago, it was Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago, then Green Bay. After the Micah Parsons news, everybody says it's now Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, and Minnesota, then Chicago. So I really can't tell you that, man. Look, it's going to be the best division in football. All these teams are going to have 10 or 11 wins minimum, I believe, this season. The difference in this division will be decided by 2 games, I believe. Like the top team will have a 11-6 record, and the last team will have like a 10-7 record, or something like that. So it's going to be tight, but you got to give the favor to Chicago. I'm not Chicago, excuse me, Detroit. Until someone dethrones them and goes to their house and beats them, you can't disrespect them and what they've been able to do. They did lose Ben Johnson, but they still got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, like Panay. They still have a plethora of talent. So, until someone goes there to Detroit and beats them, that's going to be your favorite.
Yeah, every team in this division has a uphill battle to get across and obtain, because they all have their own challenges coming into the season. With the Lions not having not only Ben Johnson, but also Aaron Glenn, with us having Ben Johnson for the first time as a first-time head coach, and then having a new scheme, a new system being incorporated into our offense with Caleb, learning a new system. J.J. McCarthy being basically a rookie all over again, with starting off with the Vikings. And then the Green Bastards, whatever they got going on with them, and Micah Parsons. But even with Micah Parsons being there, he's only looked great, and he is a great defender.
This is where I'm going with this.
He's looked great against really bad bad offenses and offensive lines. When you play him against some of the,
don't give that look.
When you see his highlights against some of the best teams, he ain't shown up, especially in the playoffs, especially against the damn team that they actually sent them to.
Yeah, Ahmad, I wanted to ask you this one quick thing since we're talking about the division. I agree, Micah Parsons is going to make a big difference. There's no question. Micah, Mika, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Pardon my French, sorry. But when it comes down to it, why was the Dallas Cowboys in 2023 a 22nd ranked defense, and last year they were a 26th ranked defense? Because they can't stop the run.
Yeah, but
I don't. You traded him to Green Bay, and you traded their best run stopper in that trade. That's going to make a difference. They were a top 7 in stopping the run last year. I put them now in top 15 maybe, if they're lucky, while the offensive pass rush obviously got a lot better. But he still can't stop the run.
Yeah, that's very true. But like I said, I didn't live in Dallas. I didn't watch Dallas, so I can't really speak on why their defenses were why they were. I just know that it's going to be an interesting first month of the season for all of us.
It will be.
For us to be able to judge how all these teams are going to look. We're going to learn a lot about our teams in the first 4 to 5 weeks of this season. And I love to join you guys for the second go-around whenever the rematch is for the second time of this season.
I'm gonna say this, and I want you to chime in, Ahmad, because Frank, what you just said was utter bullshit.
I just looked it up, so look it up.
I don't care what you look it up. We wish we had a guy.
You're the stat man. Listen to
double-digit sack all 4 years. He's got over 50 sacks in 4 years,
and a top 20 ranked defense.
Anytime,
that don't mean anything if you can't stop.
Anytime a player is compared to Lawrence Taylor.
I'm not saying he's not a great
passer. You know how disrespectful that is, JB? Stop right there, right now.
He's not a great passer.
Don't you dare ever do that again in your damn life. No one's healthy.
Was Lawrence Taylor asked to stop the run, or was he asked to wreak havoc?
You get paid in the NFL to get after the quarterback, not stop the run.
Thank you.
And I'm not
you have committed a cardinal sin. Don't nobody compare no damn LT. Don't ever do that again, JB. Don't ever do that again.
He is being compared. I didn't say.
I don't give a damn and a half. Who the hell comparing him?
Right off. 20th. So let's move into some shout outs. But before we do, Ahmad, where can our followers find you at?
Ahmad Hicks TV, AHMAD HICKS TV on X and on Instagram, Facebook as well. You can find my podcast with my buddy that we do on YouTube, Must Be Two Sides podcast, Must Be Number Two Sides, and that's where you got the journalists and the NFL, and you got those two sides that normally clash, and we kind of air out the grievances and find the middle ground, find the compromise. So Ahmad Hicks TV or Must Be Two Sides on YouTube.
Can we put that in the chat, Kirk, please?
Yeah, I can put that in the chat real fast.
Not that anybody from Chicago is gonna be checking for you.
I'm gonna pay attention because I am.
I'm still a football fan.
I need to know
Yeah,
what's
I
going
am
on.
too, but I mean, we don't hate the Vikings. Obviously, we have the same common enemy in the Green Bastards. That's the only team we hate in this division. We don't really care about Detroit like that because they Detroit. We don't care about Minnesota because it's Minnesota. But we hate them damn Green Bastards. That's bottom line, and we all do. The Vikings hate the Packers too. Detroit hate the Packers, so we all share that same common interest.
But I'll be checking for you though, because I like the podcast. The podcast is funny.
I appreciate
I'm gonna check it
that.
out.
You too.
Yeah,
We have a little bit of fun on there. We got some interesting guests coming up here shortly. Some NFL players, some prominent journalists around the state. So we got some things cooking up. So I have fun with y'all, and thank you for tuning into the podcast. Keep doing that. But I hate to go, but I'm at work right now, and I got a show coming up in about 20 minutes.
Never
so I
be
gotta hop
mad.
on there. I'm gonna hop on TV.
All right,
Peace and love, brother.
man.
Good to meet you, man. Nice talking to you.
I'll be
Come back.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
all
All
right,
right.
man. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was
He's
a
not
lot of
naive and ridiculous like most Packers fans are.
fun.
Hey,
Exactly.
damn man, we need to address this chat because there's some people in here saying some utter BS. Scrolls, I'm gonna call you out because you are the most late. You are the most recent chat. Do not come on here talking about some Parsons isn't a factor when we got to see that dude twice this year, and originally we only had to see him once. I don't need no slip ups on Caleb getting hit, hurt, or harassed by this dude. Cut it out. Don't care about the rush. He ain't paid to stop the run. He paid to wreak havoc.
Nobody is ripping Parsons on that, but if they're
Yeah,
not
he
going
is
to
just
drop
rip
back to
Parsons.
miss it, if they're running the ball for 5
But
years.
listen,
That's
JB,
a rip.
listen.
Parsons
Jay-
isn't a factor. That's
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying it for mine. I'm not
But
sticking up.
JB,
I said the chat.
you of all people shouldn't be buying into propaganda when it comes to the comparison of arguably the most feared man who ever played this damn sport. Michael Parsons is a damn good player. Don't ever get that twisted. He's one of those. But LT ain't nobody in comparison to LT. Let's not ever do that again. Ever in your life. Ever do that.
What are you really
Khalil Mack was the closest it can come. And he wasn't even compared to LT.
All right, let's
what
get
are
to
you
them
really
shout outs.
saying?
All right, so
Don't
let's
compare
go
it
ahead
to
and shout. Let's go ahead and do these shout
I'm
outs.
out.
Frank the Tank.
Lawrence
Why do I
Taylor's
gotta go
first 4 years.
I gotta
Lawrence
start-
Taylor's first 4 years are not as good as Micah's first 4 years. Look it up. It's a fact.
All right, my shout outs.
Okay.
Shout out to Ahmad. I appreciate him coming on, man. It's always nice to see somebody on the other side chiming in. Give us some nice details on what's going on with the Vikings as well. He also admits he's worried about JJ, so I got to give him a shout out for admitting that. Everybody should be worried about JJ in Minnesota. It's going to take time for him to learn pretty much the speed of the game. But other than that, man, I got to give a shout out to you guys. It's always fun coming on here on Tuesday night. Shout out to the chat that I know JB is going to break down. There's some crazy stuff in that chat going on,
Yeah.
but I mean,
We're
we
trying to keep up.
appreciate love in the chat because that chat was exploding all day. So got to give a huge shout out to that as well. But other than that, I got to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for bringing football back, man. Let me tell you, I am so freaking happy football is back.
Man,
So happy football is back. So can't wait.
Monday can't get here soon enough, man.
Can't wait till Monday. I even got so excited watching college football just because it was football. And my Irish lost. Those mothers.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn, man. Y'all had to lose that damn game.
That was a really good game.
You had to lose that
On
game.
you.
Shout out to Mario Cristobal.
It's on you, Chicago.
All right, man. As usual, man, it's always good to be on the show to talk Chicago sports with you guys, man. Preferably this Chicago Bears team that some of us are more optimistic than pessimistic about. Shout out to the city of Chicago. I was just up there this weekend kicking it with the greatest high school in the city of Chicago, and we weren't even in the damn city of Chicago. We actually took over Kankakee in a damn farmland, made it our personal parking parking lot. We were upwards of 15,000 people that was actually there in attendance. So it's obviously
Wait, how
drastically
many?
from last year.
How many people?
15,000. So last year we had
it was a new quarterback. So.
we had over 40,000 people there last year, and we got shouted out on the radio up there. It was a much bigger turnout last year than it was this year. Everybody want to make that damn 45 minute to an hour drive to Kankakee, which is it wasn't a big deal to me. I was coming in from out of town, so I came in purposely for that reason. But shout out to CBS, man. CBS to get there, everybody. Obviously, shout out to my 2003 class of 03. We definitely showed up like we always do. I'm just not getting my voice back. Listen, my back and my legs are killing me from all the damn juking and house music I was dancing to, because I was dancing all damn weekend, man. So
did you say class of 03?
03, man. I'm 40. I'm about to be 41, JB.
Man, you a baby,
sorry,
man.
I'm sorry I ain't 63 like you, okay?
No, that's T.
Okay.
Whoa!
Okay. Yeah, because all that baby stuff. I'm 40.
I'm the throne, my guy. Go ahead.
40 ain't no damn baby. Hell, especially when my damn back hurt the way it is. My damn back killing me. Listen, I was footwork and juking, all kind of shit this damn weekend. So I'm hurting right now. I need my I need my extra strength Tylenol right now to get me through the rest of the damn week. But anyway, yeah, shout out to the city, man. Cause I kicked it throughout the city.
You talking about extra strength Tylenol?
I'm hurting right. Listen, y'all don't party now. I party. So trust and believe, I'm hurting for good reason. But at the same time, I was actually at Visions Friday night. I went to the President's Lounge. What was that? Saturday night, and then we went to entrance off Dixie Highway on Sunday for the after party. So shout out to CBS, man. We definitely showed up, man, and showed out for the city, even outside the city. But again, Monday can't come here soon enough, Joe. I'm so just emphatically excited about the NFL season starting, preferably the damn Bears football, and hoping to see a great game above all else from Ben Johnson to Caleb Williams, seeing this defense show up with Dennis Allen. I'm hopeful and optimistic about our coaching staff, man. So let's have a great game, fellas. Football is back. Happy football week to everybody.
All right.
That's my spiel.
Well, thank you for that, and that was a mouthful.
Yes, sir.
Where
y'all
did
jokes.
Chris go? Edge, are you there? I guess there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna let JB, go through his whole.
We'll go to JB before me. Go ahead, Chris. Edge.
Okay. Shout out to you guys. Frank Entertainment, Mr. Chicago, T Nick, JB, super producer in the back, the quick commission, our boy Crazy Ace over there in Korea. Shout out to our special guest, Ahmad, reporter from Minnesota. Great insight, great detail about how the Minnesota Vikings team has been looking, his expectations of that team, and what he thinks the score of the game will be. Shout out to the chat. The chat was lit tonight. Kind of crazy, but shout out to it. A lot of predictions was wild. Some of them I hope do come true. I'm not gonna front. I would love it to be like that. I just don't think that it will. Shout out to the kids. Shout out to my beautiful wife. Shout out to the city of Chicago. Shout out to the Michigan Wolverines.
Yes, sir.
And shout out.
Go Big Blue.
You lost and y'all won for a change.
Yeah, Frank. I wouldn't be saying anything right now.
You played a good team though. Who'd you guys play? Like Appalachian State or something?
Really?
You still lost.
Yeah. We play Oklahoma this Saturday too.
Appalachian State, they're gonna beat a lot of teams.
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, yeah?
Yeah, what he said. Other than that,
we gotta get rid of that thing. I like that one. You gotta get rid of that.
I didn't like that one.
I knew you was gonna say something about it, T. Nick.
And let that be the only one, T.
Yeah, man.
What you say?
Let that be the only one.
There you go, right there.
Oh, that was the only one tonight.
No, I said let that be from now on. Let that be the only F-bomb.
Oh, true.
I ain't had one all night, so I'm good.
Okay. No, you did. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Good job, man. Good job. All right, well, it's on you, JB.
So, mine be the longest, but mine also be very important. But before I go into my soliloquy, big word.
Call them out.
Hey, I'm going to let you know, this is Chicago. This is not for you to rebut, right? This is just for you to listen when you were going in on the Micah Parsons, Lawrence Taylor comparison. Not saying I'm comparing their careers and impact as a whole, but as of right now, 4 seasons to 4 seasons, Micah Parsons has 52.5 sacks. Lawrence Taylor has 37.5. Not saying that 20 sack Joe Theismann said that was historical. But let's not degrade this guy like he's not on that trajectory. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying. Now, let's get into this chat because, hey, you know what? The chat was getting a little bit testy. It was getting a little lit, and we're here for it, right? So first of all, shout out to Lola Monroe. Thank you for chiming in. Crooked Commission, always our super producer in the back, came in. Melissa Shute, one of our P1s, thank you for chiming in. Andrea Schmitz, one of our sisters, coming in. Andrea, did you make it back to the shot yet? We still waiting on you. Early and often, 817, TTNL Runaway came in. My man Bears Down. Logan, Frank's little guy. Logan, how you doing, nephew? Hope you're doing good. Leah also, how you doing, Nisi Poo? Hope all of them are good. The Ghost of Judah Tribe came in early and often and had a lot to say. Chicago Sports Podcast chimed in. I believe that's our guy, Trax. Jeanette Johnson chimed in, one of our P1s. Jeanette Johnson does not miss a show, may not have a lot to say in regard to the sports, but she's always supportive and looking at the chat. My man, Toussaint J, chimed in early and often. One of our guys that's on the network, Ant Stewart. Amp, thank you for chiming in, Amp, and always loving your support, brother. We said Bears Down. The Scrolls chimed in, but the Scrolls, I'm gonna have to get you on, man. You said some stuff. I was gonna let a couple
Wild shit.
Look, I was about to let some stuff go, but
that blowout I read, I was like, okay, pump your brakes. We ain't blowing the Vikings out. No.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
that's crazy.
That was wild.
Whatever you smoking or drinking, I don't want any. I don't want none of that.
I don't want none of that either.
Now, let me give a shout out to one of the new guys, or if this is not a new guy, he changed his name. Mr. Bakes a Lot. I don't know, like, are you talking about?
I mean, we're taking it as a new name because I never heard of that.
Hey, cookies, cakes, brownies, or are you talking about wake and bake?
I think he was the ops.
Well, I don't judge. I don't judge. But he was talking about Breece Hall and the Jets and everything, so I don't know where that came from, whatever. Shout out to my man Lorenzo Clemens. Hey, we need to get Lorenzo back on team sooner than later. I would love to hear his take because he's always going to keep it fair and right down the middle. He's got that real talk, that real perception.
He's a ref. That's what they do well.
We need him back on the show.
Some of them do.
Because you know how back in the day the sheep herder used to corral the sheep. We got a couple of sheep straying from the flock and we need to bring them back in. Right. Okay, that was a shot.
That's it.
That wasn't. No, that wasn't.
Shout out to my boy Darius who's in the chat too, man, from CBS too, man.
I'm getting there, man.
Shout out to him, man.
Damn.
That's my boy. Hey, that's my boy though. So
I'm gonna get to him, but you
that's my bad.
Italian beef on you then. You send me.
Yeah. But that's my dude though. So I understand.
So shout out to Mr. Bakes a lot, who had a pretty good conversation going on, right? We already said, oh my God, they was going at it. Most of Judah Tribe and all that. Judah, we need to get you on as well. Chicago Clubhouse Network. We need everybody that's in the chat. And we have our fan appreciation. We need you to chime in. Hey, Crazy Ace over there keeping our borders safe. We appreciate Crazy Ace.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes, Andrea. Lorenzo is always on point. And shout out, salute the service to my man Crazy Ace. Always. Love what you do, brother. Appreciate you. Man, they was going to Oh, my man Jay Grizz.
Jay Grizz is the 5-year-old. Love it. I know you're talking about the 5-year-old because I agree with you.
I don't know who that is. We'll talk about that. Hey, but brand new. Hey, Wallace Effort. First time of me hearing that name, he came in at 9:26 with the Bears with a blowout. Thank you, Wallace, for being a newcomer and chiming in. We appreciate the love. Obviously, TTNL Runaway came back. Tickle Tuckers at the other network. Oh, yeah. My hands are not on the keyboard, y'all.
Wait, so how does that equate to TTNL though? I get the T and
I'm
T.
guessing T and T.
So on certain acronyms, when you say
it's just
right, they don't count the and or at. So it's Tickle Tuckers, and then it's network, right? That's what he was
What's
calling.
the L?
Losers?
No, he just was calling them
Losers. He
Tickle
usually
Tuckers.
puts up whatever he wants up there. Losers.
Right, he was literally just calling them Tickle Tuckers.
Oh.
I think he did earlier in the show. He did another full one again.
He did, but this one was funny because
The Tickle Tuckers.
they Tickle Tuckers.
It's just got such a nice ring to it. Those little Tickle Tuckers.
You're a Tickle Tuckler,
I'm not saying that.
I don't think I want to say that. I don't think I want
No,
to say
not
that.
at all. I don't think nobody wants to be called that either. I'm not doing that.
That's probably why he's saying it.
Gay.
Hit the dump button then. Ahmad Hicks, of course, our guest. He was great. Man, the man played ball from Missouri. Got a lot of good players came out there. Has a podcast with an 11-year vet. The man knows what he's talking about, and he was willing to put up with our foolishness. So shout out to Ahmad Hicks. Got to have him back. Please catch him. Must Be Two Sides on YouTube podcast. Got to check him out. We got to have him back. I appreciate him for real. Like, he's on it. And then I already said my man Tuesday. Oh, Coach Chef, Dion Muhammad came in, chiming in. Thank you, Coach Chef. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, Shawnee C with the Mount Carmel updating hype. Mount Carmel beat the #1 team, I think, either in the country or the state of Ohio. Mount Carmel came with a last-second win to beat those, and Mount Carmel plays St. Rita this Friday. So come on, if you're in the town, if you're local and in town, come on, check out St. Rita. Shout out to her son. Darius D. Jones. Is that better? He ain't even listening.
Yeah, I am listening to you. I said, yeah.
Thank you, Darius D. Jones, for chiming in. Them colors, they look real Simeonish, but I understand there's another.
Don't play. Don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever. We were the first. We the original blue and gold. Established 1941. Don't ever get that twisted or confused, or you get your ass confused and twisted. Don't play.
Well, I'm playing this game.
Oh man. And then just the chat was just so full. Hey, this is real from me to the chat. I gotta have some of you guys come on. We have to have that. You all have so much energy and so much to say in the chat. Come on and get your 15 minutes. It ain't all about us. If it's not for you, we wouldn't have a show to talk about. So come on in. James Christo, thank you for chiming in. I don't know what that was about. Maybe he's a family member of Mario Cristobal when I said that. But at 9:51, thank you, James Christo, for chiming in. Scroll said he might come on. Okay, we'll take that, Scroll. Come on, we appreciate you. Thank you, Wallace, for the great show. We appreciate that. And we just want to take the time to chime in and shout out to everybody.
Get him, Lorenzo.
It may take a little longer, but that's okay. You got time for us. We will always, and I mean always, have time for y'all. Then last but not least, shout out to you four. Plus, well, Foul is in the back, but I'm sorry, Edge is in the back. You know what my Tuesdays mean to me? It's all love. It's good banner at the back. There you go, my brother Edge. I don't know what I would do with my Tuesdays if I didn't have y'all. I'd probably be watching like Murder She Wrote or some bull like
Andrea,
that.
you let us know when you want to come on.
Murder She Wrote.
Right.
How old are you?
Hey, at least I didn't say Dallas.
Oh, that would you would really been telling on your age now. If you said that, boy, I was like, okay. Man.
Shout out to SB and anybody else that we got watching that didn't chime in. And if we got one, and I mean one view, one person watching, y'all know who it is. Give it up for who? The Chicago Podcast Mom.
Good saying.
Debbie Bonham Holmes. Lady.
Never seen her miss a show.
She was on a show I wasn't on. Hell.
So I guess it's on me. All right, well, I'm gonna try to keep mine a little shorter than JB. But first shout out I want to give to Ahmad for taking the time to come on and chop it up with us, talk some shit, hear some shit, dish some shit.
A lot of shit.
A lot of shit. But I definitely want to salute him for taking the time to come on while he was at work. While he was at work.
He said he had to go.
He took the time to come holler at us. My second shout out, of course, is you guys. If it wasn't for y'all, there would be no show. Y'all made it a little bit entertaining tonight with the few F-bombs that we can no longer do. But it was definitely interesting banter. Edge, Mr. Chicago, JB, Frank. It was definitely interesting. But yeah, so we're saying bye to the F-bombs. We can't do that no more. We do have some new sponsors that we will reveal maybe on the next show. Details aren't really finalized yet, but once we do, then we will reveal those. I do want to shout out, last but not least, the chat. The chat was lit, straight up lit. I do want to mention Mount Carmel that Shawnee mentioned. They will be playing, I think you said Friday
Against St. Rita, yes.
Yeah, so make sure y'all go to that. I'm going to try to get to that. And I do want to shout Jay Grizz for telling me that he wasn't necessarily giving TT and L love, but our guy Big Steve is on that network. So we gotta say something about Big Steve.
Steve Edwards that went to the dark side.
Yeah, if that's what you would have called the dark side, then yeah, he's over there doing the show. But hey, I mean, that's still our guy. He's still gonna come to the clubhouse when we need him. So
yeah, I still love him. I still rock with him for sure.
Yeah. Andrea, would just give me the day whenever you want. Come on. We all family here. Whenever you want to come on, just come on. Yeah, man, we have a great time, and we have great banter. We have a lot of fun. I want you all to be on the lookout for Mr. Chicago's own show. He gonna have his own show. Y'all can listen to him talk about the Bears and anything else he wants to.
We got to make sure it's only 2 hours. We got to make sure it's only 2 hours. T. It can't go.
Stephen A. Atlanta.
Chicago could put an 8-hour show on.
Stephen A. ain't got a damn thing on me, and he know that too because I already told him he wasn't ready for me when I debated him. So yeah, he don't want to.
I got a quick question. Just a quick question.
Yes,
is there something set up? Is there something set up in Atlanta for Chicago fans? That's a Chicago clubhouse.
Yes.
We should announce that for any Atlanta.
I'm gonna get to that. Thank you. So, all Bears fans in Atlanta, we are sponsoring the first game watch party. Minnesota against the Bears. That watch party is going to be, of course, at game time. Is going to be at 151 Ralph Abernathy Boulevard. It's in Atlanta. If you are in Atlanta, you're a Bears fan, make sure you get to that. It's going to be dope. And also on September 21st, a former Chicago Bear will be there. And he'll be there to kiss baby, shake hands, do whatever it is that retired.
I know who it is.
So once we solidify those details, I'll let y'all know who that is. But yeah, man. So the clubhouse is gonna keep on moving. Just keep it moving. And Monday, it's gonna be a showdown, baby. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you watch that Bears game. Then make sure you watch the podcast to hear our reactions about it. Then we'll talk about the next game. But until then, that's my man, Mr. Chicago down there. That's my man, JB the Stat Man down there. My boy Edge, formerly known as Foul, but now Edge. That's him over there on the edge.
Living life on the edge.
That's Frank the Tank in the middle. And I'm your boy, T. Nick, 1975, your quarterback, point guard, whatever you want to call me. And we out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
It's okay to lurk.
Good night, Africa.
It's over. Maybe not. I don't.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.